Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club. Friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and Crown Green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club. Give Frank a call on 01925 243 363.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish, Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Good evening everyone and welcome to the show. This week we're coming to you from Birmingham. Fr Gerard Kelly, who hails from County Donegal, is celebrating 40 years in the priesthood. Fr Kelly originally trained as a school teacher and he served in many primary and secondary schools right across Birmingham. Then later in life he decided he would like to become a priest, and he was ordained in 1983. Now recently there was a lovely Mass celebrated at St. Francis Roman Catholic Church, and later there was a great celebration at St. Francis Parish Centre. This was a very special occasion for Fr Kelly because 38 of his family travelled over from Donegal to surprise him on this special occasion.
Grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all.
And with your spirit.
You're all very welcome here this evening to celebrate this Jubilee of my ordination. I had always thought about priesthood from a very early age. And I remember going to the school, the local national school in Donegal, and the school was Lismilliduff School. and the priest was passing by. It was his name was Father McKee, and he offered me a lift as he was driving along, and I thought how kind that was. So I always thought I want to be like him. Yeah. So Father McKee, he's been dead for many years, but he had a great influence on me. He was a very simple man and a lovely man.
During a Mass of Ordination, immediately before the bishop lays hands on a man's head and makes him a priest, the bishop first asks that man to make a series of promises. The first promise that a man is asked to make on the day of his ordination is that as a priest, he will preach the gospel wisely and celebrate the sacraments faithfully. These two things, preaching and celebrating the sacraments, are probably what immediately jump to mind for most of us when we think of a priest. And this evening, I cannot help pondering and giving thanks to God for the many, many homilies that Fr Gerard has preached himself with wisdom over the last 40 years, for the thousands of masses that he has celebrated for God's people, and for the countless number of sins he has absolved. I myself have only been a priest 3 years. I have an awful lot to learn. Most of what I know about what it is to be a priest, I have learnt from Fr Gerard.
When you were in Manchester and you were studying at the De La Salle College, you used to come down to Birmingham. You always seemed to have a special relationship with Birmingham.
I used to come down to work on the building sites when I was in Birmingham, and that was very well paid at the time, because as a student we didn't have too much to go on in life, so it financed my trips home to Donegal. And it was very hard work. I worked for several contractors here in Handsworth, including Mary Hayes and John Connolly, and I was responsible for levelling the car park at the Good Hope Hospital. So if the car park is not very level, you can blame me.
Lord, in your mercy, for our much-loved parish priest, Fr Gerard, on this auspicious occasion of his 40 years of priesthood, that the Lord, the giver of all good gifts, may pour out his blessings upon him as he continues to be a specialist in the love of God. Lord, in your mercy, for those who've gone before us and taken their place in the banquet of eternal life, we remember especially Fr Gerry's parents, James and Margaret, and his brother Patrick. We remember also his early associates, Father Eric Newbound and Dan Darrigan. May they all rejoice in their new life with Christ.
The vestment I'm wearing this evening, the instructions were to the other clergy to wear green, because green is the seasonal colour, and but I'm wearing a white vestment because this vestment was given to me today by the Vietnamese community, and we thank them for that. I was asked to wear it this evening.
You had a lovely celebration of Mass tonight here, and there were so many of your fellow priests come along to celebrate with you, and of course there was a packed church as well.
There was, yeah. There has been a committee working on this to let people know that it was happening. The chairman of of the committee was Sister Brendan from the Sisters of Mercy across the road from the church. So Sister Brendan wouldn't take no for an answer in any way, and she organised everything. So I'm very grateful to Sister Brendan. I was very shocked today to see my family here, because I wasn't expecting any of them to make the journey. I was hoping to have a little celebration in Donegal when I go over later in the summer, but they came over in great numbers today. There were 35 of them present, and I'm very grateful that they came and experienced it. I had an uncle who was a priest. He worked in Australia, in Brisbane. Also, I had several cousins who were priests, including three brothers who became priests in Buncrana. They were named McGoldrick. They had a big influence on me. Roisin, of course, is a very special occasion for Father Gerard, and all you family have made it extra special travelling over from Donegal.
Yes, it's a wonderful occasion to be able to come over here to celebrate Uncle Gerard's Ruby anniversary of his ordination here today, and to have so many family travelled over from all over Ireland as well. And Sister Brendan organised a fantastic occasion here with a lovely mass earlier on. It was really extraordinary, and the atmosphere, the music, it was really special, and I'm sure it meant so much to Gerard.
And you were telling me earlier on, of course, Father Gerard is your dad's brother, right. And sadly your dad passed away some years ago.
That's right. So Gerard is from a family of 8. There was 5 boys and 3 girls. So Gerard, Patsy, John, Gerard. So Gerard was the youngest of the boys, and my father was the eldest. And unfortunately, we lost Daddy in 1993. To cancer. He was only 52, leaving 7 children behind. But of course, on that occasion, like everything, Gerard came over and was over often visiting him, and so good to Daddy when he was sick. He's always been over on the happy and the sad occasions, and we're so lucky to have him as part of our lives.
Here we go. This is my home. The place I was born in. Everybody join in. No matter where I go. It's in my soul. I feel my wonder of thousand places, but my heart will lead me back home to my Donegal.
My goodness, Ray, you've had one busy night.
We've had a very, very busy night. We've fed over 350 people. We've had some help from the Vietnamese community, the Indian community, but most of the work is done by my wife and Carol, who works here in the centre. So there's 350 plus people being fed.
My goodness, you've done really well, and I can tell it's packed to the rafters down there.
It certainly is. We had a big night here the other night for Sean Cuddy and Curtis McGee, but nothing like we've experienced tonight. A really big night tonight.
And hold their proud heart, their wandering son.
Ray Gormley, the manager of St Francis Parish Centre, and all his staff done a wonderful job feeding over 350 people on the night. The celebrations are still going on. We're off for a break, and we'll see you soon.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home, and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club, a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club. Give Frank a call on 01925 243 363.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish, Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Welcome back. This week we're at St Francis Parish Centre in Birmingham. Father Gerard Kelly is celebrating 40 years in the priesthood. There's a great celebration going on with family, friends and parishioners.
Where the strawberry beds sweet down to the living, kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you once a day, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now.
I'm not quite Eamon Andrews, but we have put together a photograph album of some photographs from fathers past.
I'd spin you a yarn, I'd spend my days in talk. I hear the whispered chimes on the door.
Patricia, we were all sworn to secrecy here for the last couple of months because all you guys was coming over and Father Gerard knew absolutely nothing about it.
That's correct, and we were worried about how much of a surprise it might be.
Yeah,
so at least there was a small opportunity to have an early surprise before he got a massive shock in the church anyway. So we had a short tea in the convent just beforehand, but he was very, very surprised. So it was, but it was lovely. I mean, it was, and I think he's delighted to have everyone here to share the occasion with him.
We always looked forward to Gerard coming home, Uncle Gerard as we call him.
Yeah.
We always look forward to him coming home to Donegal because it was Uncle Gerard who always brought us on holidays, and he'd bring us to see our other aunts in Ballinamore and in Mullingar and in Dublin. And as a child, I regret it now, but the first question we always asked him was, when are you going back? But really we meant, how long are you staying? Because we loved him being there, and he always came for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and he spoilt us. And he's a great cook as well. And he loves the food, and he loves going around visiting people, and he is very popular at home as well.
It was a privilege to come because, as I say, for over the years Uncle Gerard has come to absolutely everything. There's been christenings and weddings and unfortunately yes, funerals, but he has come for all of the occasions. So I think we were delighted to get the opportunity to come back and actually spend time with his community here, with the parishioners here, and I think he's been very happy here in Birmingham. So it's been lovely to be able to come over and actually share this event with him, and I really enjoyed the Jubilee Mass now is beautiful, beautiful choirs, beautiful music. It's been lovely.
He'd come home once or twice a year and always came to visit us in Leitrim, and we'd always had lots of crack with Father Gerard, and yeah, lots of happy memories of him. Yes.
Well, I've got news for you. You might have a lodger in a couple of weeks because he's going back again.
Is he? That's great. That's great. He might be sick of the sight of us now. But it's lovely to see Father Gerard at work and with his parishioners, and to meet a lot of his parishioners here today and hear lovely things about Uncle Gerard. It's great.
We were born in Birmingham, so we lived here briefly a long time ago. But yes, no, and visited him here a couple of times. So it's been lovely to get over here. And as I hadn't been inside the church yet, and so that was beautiful to see that today. But we've I'd say most of the visiting, unfortunately, it's Uncle Gerard coming over this way, over to Ireland rather than us to him. So anyway, we've been delighted to come back.
They came here to find employment back in 1964. But they met up in London town down in the County Donegal. Well, my daddy said he came here when he was 23. But he couldn't find the work at home to raise a family. So many times I'd hear him talk of coming back to stay. But then as kids we started school and time just passed away.
Roisin, when did you first meet Jimmy?
Oh, it must be about 10 years ago, Jimmy.
I'd say it is.
I met him in the old Irish Centre in Birmingham, and I was only over for a holiday, and somebody got me called up to sing, and Jimmy was nearly finished for the night, and he said, "There's somebody down there to come up for a song, but one song and that's it because I'm finished for the night." And I went up anyway, and then he wouldn't let me down.
And you've travelled over, especially this weekend, to be here with Father Kelly?
Yes, we were all weekend there now. We were playing last night and Friday night and tonight, and then I'm here for a few days, and then I'm going back, and I gig back in Ireland as well. But I can't get Jimmy to come over there. He won't come over with me. Not yet.
Why is that? Is he frightened of that you might kidnap him in Donegal or somewhere?
I might keep him there and not let him go back.
I wait for you to sail up me.
The last time I saw you, you had hair.
I did, yeah, and hopefully it'll grow back again. I just, I did this, it's a group I know in Brown Hills near where I live here, and they do a lot of charity work, and some of them are disabled, and I say that for a reason, because they actually do walks and sponsored walks and all different things, and they do tombola and raffles and that, raising money. So my mate and I had to play for them, and I thought, you know, I'll have a head shave and that will boost up the money. So far it's at £520, something like that, and I'm very happy with that, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your association with Father Kelly.
Well, you know, he's from Donegal like myself, and I did meet him. And I must say here and now that my mum passed away at the local St Mary's Hospice in Birmingham. And on the night, that was the priest who was the chaplain at the time for St Mary's, was Father Kelly, you know, and obviously my mum was Donegal, and it was nice that he was there. It was a touching sort of moment in itself.
He's done a lot for the community here in Birmingham down the years.
He has indeed, yeah. He does a lot of good work for them, and he's a popular priest around the parish and, like I say, around the diocese, you know.
I actually remember him before he became a priest up in the farm in Killygordon. And Gerard was always a very gentile person, but at the same time he was a very strong character. And I think the most abiding memory I have of him is his love of nature, because I always remember Gerard going for walks. And as a young child, maybe of 9, 10, I couldn't understand that. But now myself, I'm very much into nature. I love going for walks. I love being out in the open. And I can see where Gerard was coming from the time he used to walk up to the hill in Curlee. Used to love that, or Lismaladuff, Minrea, where that area around where the family were all from. Beautiful area, remote area in Donegal.
Like so many Irish, Martin, that maybe moved over in the 60s, 70s at that stage when people were emigrating. Uncle Gerard, I suppose, was no different. And I suppose the fact that you had to earn a pound if you wanted to go back home again, and that's what had to be done at the time, certainly, yes. He went into the ministry, I suppose, at an earlier age, and then decided at that stage that it wasn't for him for a period of time, and went teaching. And as you say, that the calling was always there, and as Gerard says, it was always there. So he decided to go again, and obviously hasn't looked back at this point in time.
One of the fond memories is I used to go walking up to Curlier, but he used to take like sweets and hide them in what do you call it, the heather, you know, and then he'd send us all out looking for them, you know. It was a great way to pass an evening, but Father Gerard, you could tell he loved being up and all around the family, you know, when he was there, and the nature as well, like being around like all he used to have a wild love of blackcurrant jam, and like they used to grow that as well up in the home house. And I always remember him, he used to spread it on while thick onto the bread, like, and it was something I always remember growing up. And he used to say Mass all the time up in the home house and serving the Mass, you know. It was a special thing when Father Gerard came home, because it was a real family event and it brought everybody in together, like, you know.
I remember at his ordination, actually, one of the Father Paddy McGoldrick, I think, was there that night, and he said if Gerard comes home and has to participate in all the Callahan, Kelly, Costello, Murray, and all the weddings, that he will be a very busy man. He was taking over the mantle from Father Paddy at that time, and Gerard has taken the mantle over and has served very, very well in that purpose, and the family occasions are always very joyous because of that.
I will be back when your robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too while I'm alone.
A committee started, I think it was the end of April, to start to plan for tonight. And with the help of the sisters from the Convent of Mercy, myself, Veronica Middleton, my wife, and a number of others, we wanted to keep it secret, but it started to grow a few arms and legs. And ultimately we had to let Father in on the secret. But he didn't know anything about his 38 family members coming over from Donegal today. That was the big surprise.
I'm sure if people want to book it for celebrations, you're open to that.
We are indeed. Anybody who's connected to the parish can have the centre for free. So anybody in the congregation next door, they're welcome to have the centre free of charge. And if people come in off the street and want to hire it, we hire out for christenings, weddings, baptisms, engagements, 60ths, 80ths, all sorts of parties, but always free to the parishioners.
Father, many congratulations, and on behalf of the people of Birmingham and all your parishioners and your family, well done, and thank you for everything that you have done for them.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to have served in the people of Birmingham. I've also worked in Wolverhampton, and that's a very Irish parish. And there were people from Wolverhampton present at the Mass this evening. Yeah. So, good.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure Father Kelly really enjoyed all the celebrations with his family and many friends. And it's quite clear to see how much the people of Birmingham think about Father Kelly and all he has done for them down the years. So on their behalf, I would like to thank you, Father Kelly, for all the support, kindness and understanding that you have given to all your parishioners all over those years. Now, we'll be back next Thursday night at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK. Until then, take good care and we'll see you next week.